Before I speak about the history of PMI Sri Lanka, I want to explain why I created this video. I want future generations, professionals, leaders and students to know how it all began, the challenges we faced, and how a small group of committed individuals transformed the project management landscape of our country. This is not just history. It is also a part of my life, work, and legacy I wish to leave behind. In 2002, I served as an honorary advisor on the project management of Sri Lanka Telecom New Billing and Operation Support System, OSSS, a large-scale and a complex national initiative that required modern project governance and disciplined execution. In 2003, following SLT's acquisition of Mobitel, I led a major transformation program as Chief Executive Officer of Mobitel. This initiative included transitioning the network from legacy TDM technology to GSM, implementing an extensive IT modernization program, relaunching the Mobitel brand, and driving a comprehensive organizational culture change program. This transformation, which involved an investment of approximately $100 million to strengthen the company's operational capacity and position it for a long-term growth. With these experiences and having previously managed, advised and sponsored programs and projects worth over $500 million internationally, it became clear to me that Sri Lanka urgently needed to strengthen its national project management capability. Through this engagement, I came to realize with deep concern that our country was facing a severe shortage of qualified project management professionals. At that time, I strongly believed that Sri Lanka's national project management maturity was extremely low, averaging around levels 1 to 2 on a scale where level 5 represents the highest. The lack of maturity has had a significant impact on both economic growth and social stability in the country. To address this, I invited several CEOs of Mobitel's key business partners, many of whom were delivering critical national projects, to discuss the wider project management challenges facing Sri Lanka. During these discussions, I emphasized the importance of establishing Project Management Institute chapter in Sri Lanka. Following this, I requested each organization to nominate representatives to serve on the first board of PMI Sri Lanka. To secure national level support, I also held discussion in 2004 with key political leaders at the time, including Her Excellency Chandrika Bandaranaike, President of Sri Lanka, Honorable Mahinda Rajapaksa, Prime Minister, Honorable D.M. Jayarana, the Minister of Post and Telecommunications, Honorable Susil Premajayantha, Minister of Power and Energy. In this meeting, I highlighted the strong connection between poor project management practices and the high rate of project failures, cost overruns, and the loss of billions of rupees and millions of dollars caused by inefficiencies and corruption across both public and private sectors. All leaders acknowledged the seriousness of this issue and agreed that strengthening the project management capacity was vital for national development. They unanimously endorsed the establishment of PMI chapter in Sri Lanka. Her Excellency, the President, graciously accepted the invitation to be the chief guest at the inaugural PMI Sri Lanka event. However, due to an unavoidable schedule conflict on that day, she was unable to attend personally and appointed a senior advisor, Mr. Mano Tittawalla, to represent her as the chief guest. After all this support, on 29th of September 2004, we launched the PMI Colombo chapter in Sri Lanka, and we received our charter status in 2005. As a result, after 20 years, more than 5,000 Sri Lankan professionals have earned PMP certification, with many now serving in high demand roles across the globe. Of these, around 1,400 PMP certified professionals continue to contribute within Sri Lanka. Also, over the past 2 decades, many universities and higher education institutions in Sri Lanka have recognized the importance of PMI standards, embedding project management as a core subject in the curriculum. This marks a significant step in nurturing the next generation of skilled professionals who will drive the country's growth and transformation. These are truly remarkable achievements, especially considering the many changes and challenges we have faced over the past 20 years. Hence, I would like to take this opportunity to say thank you with deep gratitude to the first board of directors who believed in my vision and courageously supported the establishment of PMI Colombo chapter in Sri Lanka in 2004. Thank you for having the courage to begin this journey. To all the past presidents and board members who have carried the chapter forward over the past 20 years, your dedication, service, and leadership has been truly inspiring. We can all be proud of our contribution to Sri Lanka's economic growth and social transformation through the professionalism of project management. Your commitment has built the strong foundation on which these 20 years of national service stand. And of course, to all PMI members, thank you for being an essential part of this remarkable journey. Let us not allow the next 20 years to be business as usual. Let it be the era where Sri Lanka becomes a global model for ethical, efficient, and value-driven project delivery. By learning from the past experiences and implementing robust project and change management practices, Sri Lanka can improve the success rate of its infrastructure projects and ensure that they deliver tangible benefits to its citizens. I believe that if Sri Lanka government strengthens its portfolio, program and project management and also improve the change management practices, government could potentially save between 3 to 10% of capital expenditure, amounting to approximately 39 to 135 billion annually based on the 2025 capital expenditure budget of around 1.3 trillion. Now, please do enjoy some memories from PMI launch in 2004 and 2005 chart event. Members of the board, distinguished media personnel, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to share a recent experience in USA. They had done a survey about project failures, IT project failures. Only 13% of the IT projects in USA are successful.
when you say successful, what does it mean is that projects are completed on time, within budget, and they meet all the requirements of project. Whereas 59% of the project, there's a delay of project or there's a budget overrun. In this, I'm talking about USA. And also, more than 30% of the project failed. They cancel the projects. So even in developed countries, we have these project management issues. Now I think similarly, this era is particularly, the country will also start mega projects, telecom and highways and all that stuff. And I think if we have do a survey, we will have similar numbers or more failures in Sri Lanka. So we thought that it is high time we get together and start Project Management Institute for multiple reasons. One is to සිංහල මාධ්‍යවේදීන්ට වචන සොරටක් කතා කරන්න කැමති. Project Management Institute කියන ආයතනය අද අපි ලංකාවට හඳුන්වා දෙන දවස. ඒක ඉතාම ලංකාවේ වැදගත් දවසක්. මේ project management කියන්නේ මේ ව්‍යාප්ති සැලසුම් කරන. මේ අපි හැමදෙනෙක්ම වගේ හැමදාම project එකක්. එහෙම නැත්නම් ව්‍යාප්තිය සැලසුම් කරනවා. ව්‍යාප්තියක් කියන්නේ ඒ විශේෂ දෙයක්. ඒක කරන්නේ එකපාරයි. උදාහරණයක් වශයෙන් මගුල් ගෙදරක් කියන්නේ ඒක ජීවිත එකපාරයි කරන්නේ. මගුල් ගෙදරක් කියන්නේ ප්‍රොජෙක්ට් එකක්. එහෙම නැත්නම් මරණයක් කියන්නේ ප්‍රොජෙක්ට් එකක්. සමහර එකපාර වඩක් කරන්න ඇති දෙනවා. එකපාර තමයි ඉතින් කරන්නේ. එකපාරක් කරන ප්‍රොජෙක්ට් එක දෙවෙනි පාර කරනවා තවත් හොඳට කර ගන්න පුළුවන්. ප්‍රොජෙක්ට් මැනේජර් ස්කිල්ස් දන්නවනේ. ඒක පීරියඩ් එක. ඉතින් දැන් ප්‍රොජෙක්ට් එකකදී අවශ්‍ය මූලික දේ තමයි ප්‍රොජෙක්ට් එක මොකක් හරි සැලසුමක බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන දේ. කවුරු හරි ඒකට වියදම් කරන එක බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන දේ. කොයි වගේ කාලෙකදී කොයි වගේ මුදලට කර ගන්න පුළුවන්ද කියලා. නමුත් ලෝකේ මේ IT ප්‍රොජෙක්ට් ගැන IT සැලසුම් කරන මේ ඇමරිකාවේ සංගණනයක් කරලා තියෙනවා මේ ආයතන 8000 ගානක. ඒකෙන් 116යි හරියට ප්‍රොජෙක්ට් එකක අවශ්‍ය දේ හරි මුදලට හරි වෙලාවට කරන්නේ. 116 ඇමරිකාව වගේ දියුණු රටක. 150 එක්කෝ යන හිතපු ගානකට වැඩි වෙනමක් වෙනවා. එක්කෝ හිතපු එහෙම නැත්නම් ඒ කාලය තුල ලැබෙන්න හම්බෙන්නේ නැහැ. තමන් බලාපොරොත්තු වෙලාවට ලැබෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඒ සැලසුම ව්‍යාප්තිය එහෙම නැත්නම් තුන්වෙනිව මේ තමන් ඉල්ලපු දේ නෙමෙයි ලැබෙන්නේ. ඔය තුනම වෙන්න පුළුවන්. 150. 130ක් සැලසුම විනාශ වෙලා. ව්‍යාප්ති විනාශ මේ ව්‍යාප්ති කැන්සල් කරනවා. මිලියන් ගණන් වියදම් කරලා නැති වෙලා යනවා. මේකම ඇමරිකාවේ තත්ත්වය. ඉතින් මම හිතන්නේ ලංකාවේ මේ වගේ සංගණනයක් කරොත් එහෙම ඔයිටත් වඩා ධර්ම සත්‍යයක් වෙන්න තියෙන්නේ. නමුත් අපි එහෙම සංගණනයක් කරන්නේ අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා අපි මේ අලුත් ආයතනේ මේ වගේ මේ සංගණනයක් කරලා හිටන් ලංකාවේ තත්ත්ව බලන්න. සාමාන්‍යව කරුණා. ඉතින් මෙතනින් අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ මේ සැලසුම් කිරීම ගැන ලංකාවේ නායකයන්ට එහෙම නැත්නම් තීරණය ගන්න අජේ පුද්ගල කන්සලයට එහෙම නැත්නම් ලංකාවේ හැම ගමකටම මේ ප්‍රොජෙක්ට් සැලසුම් කිරීම ගැන අවබෝධයක් දෙන්න. උදාහරණයක් වශයෙන් මේ සැලසුම් මේ ප්‍රොජෙක්ට් මැනේජර් කෙනෙක් කියන්නේ බොහොම මේ ප්‍රොෆෙෂනල් කෙනෙක්. නමුත් අපේ රටේ මේ වඩුවෙක් එහෙම නැත්නම් කම්කරුවෙක් එහෙම නැත්නම් ඉස්කෝලේ ළමයෙක් උනත් ප්‍රොජෙක්ට් එක මැනේජ් ප්‍රොජෙක්ට් එක කළමනාකාරී නොකරන්න පුළුවන්. නමුත් එයා ප්‍රොජෙක්ට් එක කොටසක් අයිති කෙනෙක්. සමහරට වඩුවගේ වැඩේ හරි වෙලාවට කරන්නේ නැති හින්දා එහෙම නැත්නම් හොඳට කරන්නේ නැති හින්දා මුළු බිලියන් ගාන ප්‍රොජෙක්ට් එක නැති වෙන්න පුළුවන්. විනාශ වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ කියන්නේ හැම කෙනෙකුම වගකීමක් තියෙනවා. ඉතින් මේක ගැන තේරුම් කරලා අපේ රටේ මේ ලොකු දියුණුවක් ඇති කරන්න මේ සැලසුම් කරන ගැන ප්‍රොජෙක්ට් ව්‍යාප සැලසුම් කරන ගැන අවබෝධය ලබා දෙන්නේ අපේ අර මේ ඇමරිකාවේ තියෙන ආයතනයේ ලෝකේ ප්‍රසිද්ධම ආයතනයේ ඒකේ ඒ විභාගේ පාස් වෙච්ච අය ඒ PMP කියලා සර්ටිෆිකේට් එකක් දෙනවා. ලංකාවේ ඉන්න 10කට වඩා අඩු ප්‍රමාණයක් මේ ඒ වගේ අය ඒ විභාගේ පාස් වෙච්ච ලක්ෂයක් ඉන්නවා. ඒක ලංකාව මේ ලෝකෙම අපේ ලංකාවේ බොහොම අඩු දෙන මම 10කට අඩු ප්‍රමාණයක්. ඉතින් මේ විභාගයට ඉදිරිපත් වීමට පුහුණු කරන්න බලාපොරොත්තුවක් තියෙනවා. ඊට අමතරව මේ විභාගයටම යන්නේ නැතුව සුළු වශයෙන් සැලසුම් කරන්න ගැන අනිත් ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ හැම කෙනෙකුම අවබෝධ කරලා හිටන් මේ ලංකාවේ ආර්ථික දියුණුව සඳහා උදව් වෙන්න අපේ බලාපොරොත්තුව. බොහොම
we have Mr. Lalit De Silva and Madhu Fernando, both of whom represent Mobitel and also some other functions that we will devote time to discussing a little later. Mr. G.S.P. Rodrigo, the Executive Secretary, Mr. Pat Louis, the Treasurer, and here, as this celebrates, or this celebratory event is about the launch of the Project Management Institute Colombo, Sri Lanka chapter, which has its home not far away from here in the East Tower of the World Trade Center in Colombo. And of course, we will hear a little more about this institute, which has international recognition and presence in many countries for a number of years. So a very wise man not so long ago mentioned that the people of this country were deprived of managers when the slaughter occurred in Uvavellaster. That was in 1848, and after that it has seen a steady decline. That may be a matter of opinion, but whatever it is, somebody has seen that the Project Management Institute needs to find focus within this country. And so it is that we have its chairman of the Sri Lanka chapter in the shape and form of Mr. Lalit De Silva, who we now invite to the lectern for the inaugural speech. And we invite everyone, if possible, to find a seat. If not, keep standing and listen.
Senior advisor and senior Director General, President's House, President Office, rather, Chairman, Strategic Enterprise Management Agency, and of course our chief guest tonight, Mr. Madhu Fernando, CEO of PMI and Board of Directors, distinguished guests, media personnel, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. It gives me a great pleasure to welcome you today. We are here today to celebrate another milestone in the progressive growth of project management in Sri Lanka. The launch of the Sri Lankan chapter of the Project Management Institute puts forward a new dimension for our country. A dimension where people are trained to learn and think and act to gear them to be successful in project-based management, or what the world now calls it project management.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chairman of the Project Management Institute Sri Lanka chapter, Lalit De Silva, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Firstly, I would like to thank Lalit and his team for inviting me here to say a few words and grace this occasion. I consider it a great honor that this institute is starting at an occasion where I have been privileged to be invited as a chief guest. Secondly, I would also like to thank the team in PMI for innovating this idea and also working at relative short notice to see that this idea comes to some reality, and I'm glad that the institute has been launched today. What I would like to do in a few words is to put this institute's work, or at least part of its work, in context with what the government is planning to do. If you look at things in conclusion, the institute, the Project Management Institute of Sri Lanka, the Sri Lankan chapter, is a well thought out and a timely initiative, and I would like to once again thank everybody who has been behind this. But I think your challenge has only begun, and the challenge would be to ensure that you do make an impression in the economy of Sri Lanka and in the development plans for Sri Lanka. It will be impossible for you to do everything at once, but a good start will be useful, and we from government will be most willing to work with the Project Management Institute Sri Lanka in order to achieve this objective, which I think is an absolute necessity for the country. Thank you.